Okay, today we are on our way to the Trailblazers qualifiers at Berrywood Farm, and I'm feeling pretty excited. We're all loaded up and on the way. My aim for today, because it is literally Rodney's like fifth dressage test ever, I would just like to ride really accurately and ride better than last time in terms of my own riding, and then whatever Rodney does on the day, we can't really have any expectations of him. As I said, it's literally his fifth time ever doing a proper dressage test, and if we happen to, the point of the qualifiers is to come in the top seven. If we get in the top seven, then he qualifies and he goes to the championships. This is the second round. If he doesn't go in the top seven, then we have another qualifier on in May. So we'll go to that as well. But yeah, we'll see how we get on today. We're here. Thank you. Rodney's looking good. I'm really pleased with this turnout actually. We literally just have this one little bit on his leg. Apart from that, he's just been a good boy. Good boy. Hello. Such a lovely day for it. Okay, that still makes me look yellow, doesn't it?
No, I don't think so. No.
It's the same colour as this bar.
Doesn't help that he's in the sun, I think.
Yeah.
On the camera, he doesn't look so yellow compared to the saddle pad.
Yeah.
As well.
Becky should be arriving soon anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Doing a really good boy.
Nice, I can see this side of him now because he walked around.
He's just too good at this, Morgan. Okay. I think if I go and get my stuff on, and then we'll put his drive on, and then we'll go.
Alright.
Do not run away. No. Probably. He's tired. He's protesting. Can you see what time it is, Sean? And then it won't change.
1:45.
What to? Perfect. Nice little half an hour warm up. Cool. Let's get on and go.
Mm-hmm.
Right structure inside. Oh, we're started.
We've started, okay. I feel like I need a magnifying glass first of all. I think that was a fairly straight centre line with a slight right hand drift before you turned left. We've got to watch what those shoulders are doing. I think there's a nice rhythm, a nice tempo. This was the point where I realised I'd forgotten what test you were riding. Could have been a slight bit more supple on that turn. And then he decided to stare us all in the gallery. I think your give and retake could be clearer. Something to work on. Turn was better that way, going onto the diagonal line, more balanced, better control of the shoulders. I'm going to watch what that right hand does, that pesky right hand. It feels like there's 50 million circles in this test. I'm watching that pesky right hand again. I feel like this is a very boring commentary because at this point there's not too much to say. It's all going fairly well. There's the occasional little loss of balance, so he was a bit resistant against the hand going down into walk, which we could put down to, if we're being critical, there's a slight lack of connection in the trot work. Like, it's nice, but there are some elements that could be improved as far as him being slightly more through to the bridle. And then the free walk, there's some good idea there. Like, he knows where he's supposed to go, he's just not consistent enough. He needs to be a little bit more forward, a little bit more swinging, just trusting that he can take that hand down and forward. There was a verging on a very slight jog coming back into the medium walk, so again he just needs to be a little bit more settled about that contact. He was good up to the trot. Now, I think this was supposed to be a circle, and my biggest bugbear here was that there was a corner at the start of this circle. And then the canter was just a little bit hesitant coming. Like, it looks a little bit like Caitlin predicted that he might not stay round, and therefore under-egged the canter. Didn't quite trust it to happen. The rest was okay. It's a little bit against the contact here. Just starting to lose his balance. Still thinking about the control of those shoulders and just his ability to bend. And then obviously we're losing it in the downwards transition, where he's come against the hand. He's just struggling to sit behind enough to make that transition easy, and probably not listening to the seat enough. Again, because he's had a canter now, he's now got a little bit tense. But that upwards transition was better, but coming onto the inside shoulder. So again, we're going to be working a little bit on bringing those shoulders a little bit more to the inside, getting a little bit more suppleness through the rib cage, and that will then help the suppleness over the top line, which isn't bad. It just occasionally, where he loses balance, he loses the connection. It doesn't always stay into that outside rein enough. because of the fact that he's falling on his inside shoulder. So again, we just hollowed into the downwards transition around against the hand. And this is what kind of sets us up for a struggle here. We're going into the 20-metre stretchy circle. So the end of this test gets harder and harder for him because we've had the canter and now he's expected to stretch. And he's thinking about cantering. So we've not really got any stretch. And I would say this is probably the most difficult manoeuvre for him in the whole test because he's got to find that stretch. We've not really found it. He's a bit stressed about it. And then we've got to come onto the centre line. So it just gets a little bit tight, a little bit wiggly. And we've ended up drifting to the right again.
I wrote for somebody doing their...
I don't know what the percentages are, babe, so you'll have to let me know.
So last time I got 64%.
Right.
So what percent do you think I got this time?
I think you did better than last time, so I reckon you've probably gone around about 67, maybe 68.
Okay, thank you. Rebecca has to go last because she has more knowledge. So, what predictions? So percentage, what percentage do you think we got?
What did we get last time?
Like 64, I think.
65.5.
Okay.
100.
Which one?
60. Or is it like 64? 66.
Okay. Rebecca?
I know 67.
67. Okay. Dad said 66, 67, 68. So I'm taking 68. Good boy. Okay. We're off to go and get our test sheet and see how we've done. So reading the score sheets, I've literally come eighth. So one place off qualifying, which is so frustrating. But we're going to go get our test sheets now. So yeah, we are walking Rocky back, and I think we did what I wanted actually today. Although we didn't qualify, I wanted to ride the test more accurately, which I think I did, and I wanted to just make sure Rodney had a good time, which he has. So I'm pleased. Obviously, it's disappointing being so close. We came 8th, and to qualify, you have to be in the top 7. So it's frustrating being so close yet so far. But hopefully we'll have another shot in May, and if not, then it's obviously wasn't meant to be. But I'm really pleased with Rodney. He literally tried his little heart out today, and the issues that we had in the test is issues that we've been having at home, so they're not going to disappear in a competition environment. So, but yeah, overall, really pleased. Nice family day out, which is what we always aim for.
You know you're going to a fresh field, don't you?
Why do I have to come in?
That's the grass. Ready?
Yeah.
Come on,
All it might go.
First Rodney coming to wind him up. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I wouldn't try that, Annie.
fence on. Still in the trailer.
Oh yeah.
Let's bring that up.